Every time there was an explosion outside, the man would knock on the sewer pipe once. This was the only way to cover up the noise and avoid being heard by the guards above. This thick pipe was his only escape route. After numerous attempts, the man finally managed to break it open, and a large amount of sewage gushed out instantly, accompanied by an indescribable smell. But he didn't care at all and immediately crawled into the filthy pipe, moving towards the dawn of freedom. Even though it was filled with the stench of sewage, he gritted his teeth and persevered, because he had spent nearly 20 years trying to escape this prison. After emerging from the sewer, he didn't dare waste a moment and ran towards the woods. Soon it was the next morning, and when the guards called roll, they found that the prisoner in room 245 had not come out.
Don't make me come down there, I'll thump you.
There was still no sound from the room, and the angry guard rushed up directly, but when he reached the door, he was dumbfounded because there was no one in the cell. On the other side, the warden was preparing for a blood transfusion when he suddenly heard the alarm sound. He immediately realized something was wrong and hurried to the cell.
He just wasn't here.
Then he began to curse at his subordinates, saying that the person was clearly there during roll call last night, so how could they be gone now? He then ordered someone to bring in the person's best friend, a prisoner named Red, as he thought these two were always sticking together. The man must have said something to him before escaping.
Not a word.
Hearing this, the warden became even more furious. Since the prison was built, nothing like this had ever happened. In a fit of rage, he picked up a stone nearby and threw it at a poster on the wall, only to hear a strange echo. When he approached to take a closer look, he found that the stone had gone straight through the poster, creating a small hole. He immediately realized something, quickly reached his hand in, and tore down the poster, revealing a huge hole in the wall. It led directly to the outside of the prison, leaving everyone stunned. When exactly did the man dig such a tunnel? Immediately, the prison guards, along with police dogs, began a large-scale search, but after a whole day of effort, they only found an almost worn-out hammer and a tattered prison uniform. Even now, the guards couldn't believe that he managed to dig such a long tunnel all by himself with just a small hammer. Originally, the man only intended to carve his name on the wall. He unexpectedly discovered that the plaster on the wall could be easily chipped away. Being someone who enjoyed studying geology, he immediately understood the key issue. The prison had not been maintained for a long time, and the cement on the walls had severely deteriorated due to weathering. He instantly realized that this was an opportunity given by fate. In the days that followed, whenever he had the chance, he would start chipping away at the wall, with the posters on the wall serving as the perfect cover. The chipped cement would be discreetly emptied from his pants during busy times, and the hammer was something he had asked Red to get for him. This guy had been here for 20 years and was quite resourceful. He could get his hands on almost anything except the keys held by the prison guards, but he still couldn't avoid the prison's surprise inspections. The man knew very well that if this secret were discovered, it would mean certain death. To avoid arousing suspicion, he pretended to be reading a book. When the warden brought people over, he cooperated as much as possible, trying not to let them see any signs of nervousness. Meanwhile, the guards were rummaging through everything, not even sparing the corners of the chairs. The man could only silently pray that they wouldn't tear down the poster. In the end, after searching for a long time, they didn't find anything unusual. At this moment, the warden, who had been silent all along, walked in and took the Bible from the man's hands.
Any favorite passages?